Here we go again. Today is the 5th day out of 21 days. And hey, it's April 5th, 2022. And I have pulled the rain card yesterday. I was supposed to work out on Monday. Everybody hate Monday type of exercise. Now I did run and jog. And what happened was that while walking and jogging, I should say, not run and jog, but while walking and jogging, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a thunderstorm passing by. So the time I was supposed to work out and everything else didn't happen. But hey, what can I say? I pulled the rain card. I say, hey, better safe than sorry type of deal. So now we on Tuesday, April 5th, 5 days out of 21 days. About to get this session started. About to play Shahrazad Ali. You already know what's the book about. If you don't know, I'll leave the title in the description. If there's any type of triggers on this video for you, please exit, take a breather. Don't take it to the heart. It's just something that's been mentioned for some years ago. A lot of brothers are starting to take notice of this information. A lot of sisters starting to take notice of this information. I think this information is very helpful if you're in the dating scene, if you are single, in the sense of, for the brothers, for the men out there, if you want to know to have a good relationship, get a chance to know your woman, these are some of the traits a woman may be able to bring, you know, and say, hey, I noticed this, I heard this somewhere before, I've seen this information, I heard this information before, you know, I won't be able to tolerate this, you know, something, you know. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. There might be some triggers on it, but hey, at the end of the day, there's awareness to it. It's reality. If it doesn't fit into your reality, please exit the video. This is the topic of what we're discussing on fitness and wisdom. So I'm about to get started. Enough talking, let's get started. 20 reps today, 20 reps everything, okay? And the rip right, we are going up to 7. So if you got your rip right, be able to pull it back and let's knock those up. So we did 5 already, we knocked out 6, we're going up to 7. 20 reps everything, rip right. The ab rolls, 20 reps on the ab rolls. You get to see it, all right? Getting that summer body fitness going, okay? Getting ready for summer body 2022. Let's get started.
Any topic discussed that begins with "don't tell your father" is wrong. This kind of conspiracy between the black mother and the black teenage girl seals their secret relationship, one where information is withheld in the name of keeping the peace, a seemingly honorable intention. Lies operate on the domino principle. If one lie is told, the teller is forced to tell another, and another, and another. At the time, the lie may seem harmless enough. They are considered a necessity. Thus, by using these tactics, the black teenage girl continues to prove to herself that the black man can be manipulated by 1. Instructing her mother to tell her boyfriend that she's not home in order to make him jealous. The mother will usually comply and relate the lie to the black male caller. 2. Pretending she is not ready when her date arrives to make him wait, sweat, or worry a little. 3. Using her feminine attributes of flattery or a swivel of the hips to get his attention. She practices how to use sexual innuendo. 4. By talking to another boy to make him upset or as a threat to test him to see if he's really serious about her. The indirect lessons the black mother is teaching and agreeing with is 1. It's okay to lie to the black man if you're doing it to check his level of affection for you. 2. It's permissible to withhold the truth from the black man if the truth will make him displeased with you. 3. There are some issues that the black man just doesn't understand and some that are just not his business. 4. Artificial flattery will take you far. All of this reaffirms for the black teenage girl that 1. The black man is easily seduced, will believe whatever you tell him, and that she can get back at him by giving him anxiety. 2. All girls play the same games with their boyfriend, so it's obviously just the way things are and will be. 3. The easiest way to get a black man's attention is to cause him some kind of frustration resulting from a carefully executed plan. And 4. If she doesn't tell him, he'll never know. The teen years are thus spent trying out various schemes on the black male to test his reactions, sincerity, and level of interest. She is well versed by this time to sift through whatever the black male says out of his mouth and decide what he really means and what her reaction should be. Part of this is explainable. Psychologists agree that no human being views the world through pristine eyes. What we see is edited by a definite set of predetermined rules and values that help create a certain viewpoint on various subjects and situations. The very concept of reasoning that the black teenage girl uses to determine what is right and wrong are derived from a tainted set of traditionally learned wickedness passed on from one black female to another, her mother or female guardian. Often, the girl will make up wild stories, create false emergencies, or intentionally stand up the boy or tease him with sexual promises until he vows everlasting love. She may also demand expensive gifts or costly outings to have the black man crawling at her feet, worshiping her eternally, is worth any and everything to her. Plus, she confirms that he definitely should pay for the privilege of her company. The means are always justified by the hoped for and predictable end. She gets the black boy in the spot where she wants him to be. She does not know that she is learning to whore. Up to and during teendom, the black mother, in rearing the black daughter, must explain sex to her and get her ready to meet the world, which she realizes will evolve in some way around the opposite sex, the black man. Her advice, whether accepted or not, is given from her personal point of view and is a result of her own experiences with the black man. The same advice she herself took and used throughout the lifetime of the black girl, she passes on. Her instructions, after she explains the anatomy part, may go something like this. 1. Get a good education so you can get a good job and take care of yourself so you won't have to count on no man. Make your own money so you can be your own boss. 2. You know you can't trust them, so be careful. 3. All men want is to get into your pants. 4. Play the field for a while. Find out what you want. 5. Don't just believe what he tells you. Check him out. 6. Don't let him get you pregnant. 7. You can't tell a man all your business. 8. Don't spend your own money. Make him pay for it. 9. Make him do something for you. Don't spend all your time with him for nothing. 10. Get with the one who's got the most money. And the rules go on and on. I call them rules because while girls are often rebellious during this stage, when it comes to setting their own standards regarding whom they will date, they still hear the negative implications of the above instructions and apply them whenever they choose. This kind of teaching means 1. Test his feelings any way you can. 2. Sex is the only motivation the black man has. 3. Sex is a weapon. Use it to get what you want. 4. You can't trust what he tells you. 5. He owes you something material or financial if you go out with him. 6. Be promiscuous. It's a prerequisite to settling down. The black daughter is compelled by nature to follow without reason the example of the black mother throughout her life, which is called instinct. They do as the mother did. By her example in teaching, the character of the black girl is stamped with the characteristics of the black mother. Everyone is largely what the mother makes. The moral precepts that the black teenage girl adopts are not her own. They are split between what she learned from her mother and what white society preaches, and certainly peer pressure is to be taken into consideration. Mostly, the peer pressure is from other black teenage girls who have been raised in a similar opposing position to the black man. This is a standard process which does not vary very much from household to household. The homemaking skills that the teenage girl picks up from her mother may be adequate, cooking, cleaning, laundry, and shopping, or she may be brought up in an ultra-modern setting where it is thought to be cute for a girl not to know how to cook or keep house. If the teenage girl has been pumped up with ideas of being some kind of super career woman, then she will ignore housework altogether, believing that she will never have to attend to such menial duties. Things like meal planning, sewing, taking care of her man and her children, and making a peaceful home for her husband are not taught. She watches the mother run the house, and depending on the mother's attitude about it, she forms the same opinion. If the mother acts like serving a man is a bore, so will the daughter. If the mother does not serve the man at all, the daughter will do the same. If the daughter never witnesses the mother serving a man because she is in a single-parent household, then she will deem such action as demeaning or reserved for special occasions only. It is unlikely that a girl raised in such a home will have a natural inclination towards taking care of her man and home. She has no model for it. Homemaking skills have to be taught at home by the mother. If the black man would like to have a visual picture of what today's black teenage girls are doing and thinking, he should take a few minutes out of his schedule and look at the Soul Train dance music show which comes on television every week. This show gives vent to all the filth that ends up causing the black man problems with the black woman years later. Of course, this is not the only example. It is the major one that is televised. The style of clothing, the nakedness, the lewd and shameful facial expressions and dance movements demonstrate the low level of behavior of our teenage black girls and black teenage boys. Their dance movements and faces are the result of an idea they have as young women that have to be seen and admired. They must reveal their bodies and twist and grind in a wild fashion in public. Another Dante's Inferno. Many of the black teenage girls are able to pass for adult women because of how they dress and carry themselves, dedicating their entire existence to functioning in such a way as to attract the sexual advances of a man. Many black mothers approve of this behavior and do nothing to control or stop their daughters from such undignified behavior. Most do not stop them because they do not know how. Chapter 3, Adulthood, Single and Married. As a black woman grows and develops intellectually, she eventually lands in a spot that her practices lead her to. There are several levels of black womanhood that she can strive for. Each level of lifestyle choice is predicated solely on her desires. What she knows or earns is the result of how she has been raised and what she is willing to settle for in life. The higher her goals, the more sophisticated she is. Increased knowledge always expands the desires, be they material, sexual, or otherwise. The black woman is not exempt from these rules, albeit she is often a victim of them due to being such a displaced female. The black man must be aware of the various types of black women available to him. His selection must be based upon his own individual needs. It is entirely possible that some of the traits of the black women in their respective categories overlap. It has been proven that a black man is capable of taking a woman and making her beautiful, intelligent, and wise. She is not able to create this same effect by herself. She will have one of the three or two of the three, but she cannot achieve beauty, intelligence, and wisdom alone. The black man is her catalyst.
Okay. That was a great workout. My arms is like barely could lift it up, you know. And today's exercise was on point. The walk and jog, I did a little bit more sprints, but seems like the consistent jog to go the distance is more favorable, because I think I took off a little bit kind of fast, that I was able to take an early break, and then I was trying to get like a little short break, run a little bit faster, then the jog, another short break. So it was a little bit more breaks. That I was able to come in at the 13-minute and 30 seconds, which I ran 13 minutes, which was just really pacing myself and controlling the breathing. So it seems like I'm more favored into, pacing myself and controlling the breathing. That's where it's at. I'll give the sprint a try one more time. Not tomorrow, but probably at the end of the fasting, I give the sprint another go, run for its money, I should say. As you can see there, the workout was on point, 20 reps, everything. The rip right, before I get into the rip right, the ab rolls, man, I look forward to this ab roll being done, because these knees here, my knees in that ab roll is not getting long. So if it does get to a point that's kind of annoying, I may switch it to a plank. Probably do like a 2-minute plank or something. 2-minute plank or 3-minute plank. It all depends. But the ab roll, as much as I want to get into it, my knees is like, hey, the rip right, moving it up to 7 reps. As you can see, I was able to maintain it. I celebrate the small stuff, but towards the end, you can see the band was like, it was getting tight, so I needed a break and go again. I had to do it again and go 2 reps. Pretty much finished where I left off, and I was able to hold the bands where they needed to be. So yeah, that was the conversation about the whole walkthrough. Once again, we're in the season of Shahrazad Ali, and some interesting topics there. Is the audio itself is about is over 5 hours. So I am looking forward to purchasing the book before the fasting is over. I definitely will purchase the book, and whatever I don't finish, I'll probably just do like some kind of meditation on video, where it's playing, it's just listening to it. I want to fit in a serious topic, for the ones that are not here, the people that are not continuing to live on earth. This past weekend was an interesting weekend where the Sacramento shooting took place. Sad situation there. And here in South Florida, another domestic violence where the husband, it was at a Jewish community, I think it was in North Miami somewhere, where the husband actually ended the wife's living, whatever the domestic violence was taking place. he chose to not allow her to continue living. I bring those topics up just to bring awareness that if someone is in a domestic violence or relationship where it's not being controlled, it's easier said than done, of course, to walk away. Easier said than done. And really using this time to like really meditate, breathe. I think it has a lot to do with breathing. When someone is like very anxious to hurt somebody, or their mind or their body is in this rush to what we use in terms trigger happy, I don't know if people still use it, but where somebody just purchased a gun and they just can't wait to use it. They just got the gun and it's like, they just can't wait to use it. So I myself don't own a gun. And I don't say that to be vulnerable. I say that to say that I'm using more of my surrounding, my awareness to make sure that harm is not coming my way and I'm not going towards harm. So for us, Sacramento, I can't speak on everybody that was going out to have a good time, going out to the nightclubs, the typical probably fights breaking out. But where there's someone that wants to hurt a crowd of people, I know that could be very traumatizing for someone that's just supposed to be going out to have a good time, but that might have been their last breath or their last time. They may not be able to go home. It's just a sad situation. So I definitely feel the pain way over here in South Florida, and even here locally in South Florida, where you just hear the ex-boyfriend harm the ex-girlfriend. You hear it on the news. It's something, I don't know if people are really, I don't know if people are more talking about the end results, like they'll be okay, nothing's going to happen to them, and then, it's just a surprise. I'm so surprised what he did. I'm so surprised what she did. And just to know that when being in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or a marriage relationship is to mind your own business, not get too involved. But I'm speaking to the person, whoever is listening. I may not physically be there to say, hey, let me not be involved like I'm a judge or some kind of attorney, but I'm speaking through here to say, hey, slow it down. If you are the victim, set up a massage with the person and say, hey, let's go get a massage. You know what I mean? Like, or if you're just in a situation, find some kind of way to calm it down. I don't want to give out some kind of crazy solution, but I'm pretty sure there's ways to like really calm down the situation that I'm scared. You may be scared for your life. I know if you are the guy that are pushing forward for this type of things to happen, don't allow anybody to get out. Don't allow anybody to pull you out of your element, which means that if you are here watching and you just feel that rage coming inside of you to hurt someone, get yourself checked out. Therapy is there. Meditations are there where people are breathing, trying to calm down, be one within themselves. There have been times in my life I wanted to not hurt somebody to end their life, but I've been in situations I wanted to hurt the other person and hurt myself. But it's really not worth it. It's really not worth it at all. Because what happens when you actually go through with the plan of hurting somebody? What's after? You on the run for your life. You're in front of a judge. You're talking to your attorneys. Is that the type of living that you was here to do? you know, your mother, father brought you here into this world, however you was brought into this world, is to rely on the system of judging attorneys and paying out. The stress is not worth it. It's not. So it's better to calm yourself and be able to see tomorrow. Today could have been the possibility somebody was going to get hurt, but tomorrow is much more peaceful. Right now it's peaceful. The way I'm talking is peaceful. I don't even know who's listening, but I know the message I'm saying is peaceful. All right. With that being said, we're going to continue on day 6. Thank you for watching. This is a documentary that I'm pushing forward to, and you guys have a great one. Take care.